I am Helen Keller. I was born on June 27, 1880, and died on June 1st, 1968. I helped the lives of other Americans by giving speeches which inspired blind and deaf people to be successful. One interesting fact about me is I had scarlet fever when I was young. That is how I got blind and deaf.
I am Jackie Robinson. I was born on January 31st, 1919, and I died on October 24th, 1972. I helped the lives of other Americans by breaking the record of being the first African American player in the Major Baseball League. One interesting fact about me is in college, my favorite sport was football.
I am Rosa Parks. I was born on 1913 and died on 2005. I helped the lives of other Americans by refusing to give up my seat in a bus when I got arrested for fighting for equal rights. One interesting fact about me is I named as the mother of civil rights movement.
Ben Franklin. I was born on 1706, January 17th, and died on April 17th, 1790. I helped the lives of other Americans by telling people that electricity was present in lightning. One interesting fact about me is I wanted the country bird to be a turkey.
My name is Jackie Robinson. I was born January 31st, 1919, and died on October 24th, 1972. I helped the lives of other Americans by helping to end segregation by going on a white team. One interesting fact about me is I am the first black player on a white team.
I am Jackie Robinson. I was born on January 31st, 1919, and died on October 24th, 1972. I helped the lives of other Americans by being the first African American baseball player to break the color line. One interesting fact about me is he received death threats, but he never gave up.
I am George Helen Keller. I was born on 1864 in Missouri, and I died on 1943. I helped the lives of other Americans by making 300 things out of peanuts because today we eat them. One interesting fact about me is my mother was a slave. I am Helen Keller. I was born on June 27th and died on June 1st. I helped the lives of other Americans by sharing my life story. One interesting fact about me is I wrote a book called The Story of My Life.
I am Abraham Lincoln. I was born on February 12th, 1809, and I died on April 14th, 1865. I helped the lives of other Americans by ending slavery. One interesting fact about me is I was a president.
My name is Helen Keller. I was born on June 27, 1880, and died on June 1st, 1968. I helped the lives of other Americans by writing an important story called The Story of My Life. One interesting fact about me is I read Braille.
I am Martin Luther King. I was born on January 15, 1929. I died on April 4, 1968. I helped the lives of other Americans by helping end segregation. One interesting fact about me is I gave a speech called I Had a Dream.
Benjamin Franklin. I was born on 1706, January 17th, and I died on April 17th, 1790. I helped the lives of other Americans by doing my kite experiment and discovered electricity. One interesting fact about me is I wanted to be president but never was.
I am Martin Luther King Jr. I was born on January 15, 1929, and died on April 4th, 1968. I helped the lives of other Americans by fighting for equality and gave many speeches. One interesting fact about me is I have a speech called I Have a Dream.
I am Benjamin Franklin. I was born on 1706 and died on 1790. I helped the lives of other Americans by making special gases and other things. One interesting fact about me is I studied electricity.
Helen Keller. I was born on February 12, 1809. I died on April 14, 1865. I was a famous American because I helped write the Emancipation Proclamation that ended slavery. Interesting fact about I was tall and thin. I loved.
I am Benjamin Franklin. I was born on 1706 and died on 1790. I helped the living of the other Americans by studying electricity and inventing lights. One interesting fact about me is my brother has a printing shop.
I was born on June 27, 1890, and died on June 1, 1959. I helped the lives of other Americans by giving speeches and writing books about me being blind and deaf. One interesting fact about me is I use special tools to read and write like a typewriter and a pen.
I am Abraham Lincoln. I was born on February 12, 1809 and died on April 1865. I helped the lives of other Americans by debating about slavery. That's how slavery ended. One interesting fact about me, I liked pets. I had a lot of cats and dogs.
Helen Keller, and I was born on June 27, 1880 in Alabama, and I died on June 1st, 1968. I helped the lives of other Americans by giving speeches about blind and deaf to make people successful. One interesting fact about me is I wrote a book while blind and deaf, and the book was called The Story of My Life.
I am Martin Luther King Jr. I was born in 1929 and died in 1968. I helped the lives of other Americans by giving a speech called I Have a Dream. One interesting fact about me is I got arrested 29 times for fighting for equality.
I am Helen Keller. I was born on June 27th, 1880 and died on June 1st, 1968. I helped the lives of other Americans by giving speeches about the blind and deaf that told people they needed help. One interesting fact about me is I have a teacher named Annie Sullivan.
Martin Luther King Jr. I was born on January 15, 1929, and died on April 4, 1968. I helped the lives of other Americans by helping to end segregation by leading speeches and marches. One interesting fact about me is I was killed in a hotel.
I am Abraham Lincoln. I was born on February 12, 1809. I died on April 14th, 1865. I helped other lives of Americans by ending slavery, and I signed the Emancipation Proclamation. One interesting fact about me, I liked pets, and I had two cats and one dog, and I had a goat.